points from season to season.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the WGLNA Season 2 Gold League. I'm your host, Christian Toma. To my left, David Williams. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and YouTube, /WGLNA. If you're not watching this on BattleViewer.com, go over there right now and check it out. And finally, follow us on Twitter, @WGLNA, so you guys can stay up to date on what's happening in the community around you. And answer for us, the question of the day.
Which Tier 10 do you think has the most effective armor? We've pretty much proven at this point it's probably the T-22.
T-22 is a pretty...
Because it's a new tank,
pretty
it
good tank.
fires fairly quickly, it's mobile, and it has ridiculous side armor.
So there you go. That has been our answer. That has been kind of what we've been finding out here, as I have a nice little tally sheet for that. But let us know right now in chat, what you think is the best Tier 10 armored tank. While we get ready to go into our fourth and final match of the night, it is Yo versus rivaL. On the side of Yo, we have lost that love and feeling. On the side of rivaL, we have J Smooth. Gentlemen, welcome to the face-off. Lost. Going to go ahead and start out with you. Now, like 07, you guys were the only teams that did not make a roster change at this point into the season. Why is that?
In Bobby we trust. So it's right. Basically, it was. I think he just wants to try to get the progression going. Like I said, we had a tough stretch, and try and change it up now might kill the synergy we're trying to make.
Sure.
Isolation of variables and all that. We'll talk about that after. Which Tier 10 tank do you think has the most effective armor? Lost?
E3.
E3?
By far. E3, or if they're a hauled down situation, yeah, E3. If you're kind of in the city, maybe E100. Basically, it's situational. As you love to say, it depends.
There you go. He does love to say that.
This guy watches WGLNA.
He does love to say that, Lost. Well, thank you so much, J Smooth. Now going to go over to you guys. You guys picked up Commander J. So congratulations on that. How is he going to fit in overall to rivaL and the Danger Zone?
Yo.
Sup?
How's it going, dog?
Is he saying yo to like call it yo he's about to go up against, or is he?
Commander J, I'll get to your question. Commander J, big pickup. Been a big fan of his since the early days. The timing worked out great. Vode took over the clans, simping clan wars, so his time was split. So he's still a part of us behind the scenes with the rivaL organization, but big time picking up Commander J, former MVP. Was a battle buddy of mine when we did some stuff season 4, I think, for production, but yeah.
All right, Smooth. Which Tier 10 tank do you think has the most effective armor, or just like and have something you want to explain about how its armor is tricky?
Jeez, these new, the T-22 it makes us mad. I think a lot, that was a big transition. Yeah, it's the big transition between Tier 8 and Tier 10 is the amount of tanks that shoot heat rounds.
Yeah.
And with the Russian heavies and whatnot, and tracks soak up those heat rounds. RNG plays a big role in Tier 10, I think a lot more than it did in Tier 8. I mean, you go back to when that T-54 lightweight came out, same thing, just soaking up shots in the tracks. It was so annoying.
That's what I was thinking. It's kind of like the 54 lightweight of Tier 10.
Oh, all right. So there it is. T-22, the 54 lightweight of Tier 10. Gentlemen,
Smooth.
Thank you so much. Lost, before we get started, is there anything you'd like to say to J Smooth?
Best of luck, man.
J Smooth, your response.
You know this. Toma, David, I'm going to need your help here. As you guys know, NYPD used to be like my man.
Yeah.
I had a man crush on NYPD back in Hammer Time.
Sure.
And if you remember one of my old face-offs, I had a little robe and some wine out. Now, Lost is not there yet, but he's getting close. Because
I love watching Lost right now.
You never close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips.
I'm not falling for it. Not
There's
doing it right
no tenderness
Lost, you can't resist.
They're not gonna
like
back 'em up.
before when I kiss your lips.
now. I think your dancing is enough for everyone.
All
You're
right.
trying hard not to show it.
Hey, Tim, my hair designer, is telling us we got to close this one out.
Yeah.
So we are getting ready. Best of luck to both of you, gentlemen. And we will see you shortly. And see you, J Smooth, in the Danger Zone. That was right there a conflict of interest. I'm being told to close out that face-off, and all I want is for it to continue.
That happened. That happened. Yo likes to play Ruinberg quite a bit with the E5, driven by Lost That Love and Feelin', a song I never want to hear again. rivaL prefers to play Steps, using the T22 medium, and Executus does a pretty good job in it. Both of them have 1 win and 2 losses in their recent history. We'll be looking to tack on another green win tonight.
So you're saying you can confidently say by listening to Jay Smooth out there, you never want to hear that song again for life?
I think I'm good.
Wow, Jay Smooth, total opposite to me. Mad props for that. I loved every second of it, and again, I wanted it to continue. So
now we know why NYPD left the league.
Oh yeah, maybe, I can't make that call. We are now going ready to go.
You're nodding to that like, yeah, NYPD. I have no idea who that is.
NYPD. Oh, that guy. Oh, the face-off with the wine and the robe.
Before your time.
Oh yeah.
Sir.
Oh, good times.
Before your time.
Good times indeed. We're getting ready to go into our 4th and final match, starting out here on Steps. David, looking at both of these teams so far, the history in the league, so far, kind of the story that both of these guys have been having. Who would you give the advantage to? Yo, rivaL.
I'd give it to Steps, the map that defeats everyone. Probably rivaL.
Okay.
They've been playing better all around, so you pick any map, and I'd say rivaL so far. But it's Steps.
That's
Who
true.
knows?
That's true.
See somebody attempt
lot
a
of
one
bad
cap,
things.
and maybe the shot will hit, and they'll get a reset, and they won't win.
We talked
maybe
about how
the
this
shot
is.
won't, and they'll get a win.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see somebody play East, attempt to have a good play.
David, do you
get counter
David, do you like this map?
I love this map.
All right.
It's my favorite
But
map.
let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Our 4th and final match of the night. It is Yo versus rivaL. Let's see what we've got for our tanks.
You wouldn't actually believe it, but I do genuinely love this map.
Yeah.
Just... I'm not going to get into it. Yo with 2 140s, 2 T22s, 2 62As, sorry, 251. Simple Tankers with 2 140s, 2 T22s, 2 TVPs, and RU251. You just suckered me right into that one, man.
that
Just
that
2
was-
feet.
That was not intentional.
Dove right in.
It's not intentional. We kind of you were talking about it a couple times ago when we were watching Steps, I think back in week 4, how it's a map where teams think that they like, oh yeah, we know how to do this and we can do this really like amazingly, and then like there's just one random indent in the map that throws everything off, and it's just like, there's so many places that things can go wrong, and we've been seeing that in a lot of these teams. They have a lot of strategies that you can tell they worked on for a while, and just you're like, wait, what? Why did they try that? Because it seemed not to work at all.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. However, Simple Tankers are actually making some plays here that I think may change my spirits about what's happening here. Bringing the TVPs is a lot more pain. Looks like they've got a lot more of a brawling setup, not camping with E5s. They're not going to try and play that game. But they're on defense, so that could be a questionable decision. But either way, they're looking to create an actual fight and get this going relatively quickly here.
Wow.
We don't have to watch any sort of clock bleeding attempts as people... I mean, except what you get into there is one team attempts to cap, and they just want to get lucky and not get reset. And the enemy team is just trying to make those resets happen as late as possible,
Right.
To kill time. But we're going to see a little bit of a middle fight here as 2 T22s perhaps caught out here. If Simple Tankers' rivaL commit into this too far, they could get counter-trapped very, very quickly here.
Well, let's see if they can pump the brakes here as they're finding Ajax. Flak looks like he's not. He wants to take down Ajax. He wants to take him down badly. Shot just there going over the top of him, and Andy Pan's coming back in his T22 now to go kind of face-to-face against Flak. Just a lowly rock blocking some of the shots there. And here comes the counter push from Yo, sending their members down on no one, and Flak looks like they're going to be in some trouble here. Chai Sniper taking 647 points of damage to no one. Very low, 1 or 2 more shots now. He'll be going down. Fulcro's taking him out as a 140 in exchange for a 140 taking down a 140. And the battle has continued here right on the center road. Flak now caught in the middle of a lot of the enemy team. Flak takes down Chai Sniper, but Ajax finishes him off for it. That is 2 tanks down for Simple Tankers / rivaL. Just 1 down, but lost takes down Pub Whisper. What an amazing shot there.
Pay him respects.
and now 6 members of Yo against the 4 of Simple Tankers here. David, like you said, possibly rivaL just pushing up a little too aggressively, getting counter pushed on. And Yo in a really good position to finish this one out here. They don't need to worry about the cap. They just need to worry about these couple tanks that are alive. Executive staying alive quite a bit, and he does find Full Cross. Ajax takes him down, though, leaving just Commander J, Coffee Thief, and J Smooth. Commander J taking a shot, coming into the league here. Welcome back, sir. Finds Bobby. Ajax finds J Smooth, and RE251 is now a 3-on-4. Commander J bouncing some nice shots there. And now Andy Pan's kind of getting caught off here. Coffee Thief taking one shot into him. Now here comes the second, but the rest of Yo just piling on here, sandwiching these two tanks together. Coffee Thief and Commander J cannot go anywhere. Coffee Thief does find a kill, but he goes down to Ajax again. It's the third or fourth kill from that T-22, leaving just Commander J. And again, it's time for Yo to say, hey, welcome back to the league. Tasty Pastry finishes him off there, and that is going to be Yo picking up the first victory of our fourth and final match here against rivaL onto steps. So they're basically rivaL just going a little too aggressive. They found some tanks early on, just probably shouldn't have chased them as far as they did. Is that what you'd say?
That's what I did say.
Is that wait? No, David, I said that, and then you just took my idea.
I remember correctly.
Because
I go too far up the middle line, they're going to get counter trapped.
I mean, these things don't get recorded. There's no way to prove that. So let's just go into stats.
You're a liar, but you know what doesn't
let's
lie?
Just go stats.
Stats.
True that.
Which is actually a lie. Actually, the numbers themselves don't lie. It's those of us who decide what they mean.
Wow.
That lie
That is deep.
both to ourselves
That is deep, David.
and to everyone else.
Wow.
Commander J did the most damage in the last die, 2883 in his T22. Coffee Thief with 2408 in his TVP. Other than that, everybody else got pretty much shreked. Oh, wait, hold up. Executus 1.7. Almost 1.8. Over here for Yo. Tasty Pastry 2.7.
Wow.
Let's just give it to him. Lost with 2.6. Andy Pans 2.5. Ajax with 2.3 and 4 kills. See if anybody got some bounces. Oh. I guess a few. You might say that Andy Pans bounced a few.
I'm putting
2880.
another mark on the T22
That's
for
just-
that one.
Ugh. Why are you even counting at this point? I don't think there's enough games left in tonight, even if
Because-
this went as long as possible.
because
for
I
the T22
started
to be
it.
dethroned.
I'm a man who finished out what I started, and I have a checklist here. I'm going to keep doing it.
I admire your stick-to-itiveness.
Thanks, David.
Your perseverance.
And my lying. So I mean, and a loss on...
It's a little bit of evil laugh. Did you like that?
That was pretty evil. So a loss on Simple Tankers / rivaL. We'll see if they can recover from that one here now as Yo is on defense. We're getting ready to go to the next battle. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
Yo's got an E5, 2 140s, an STB, 2 T22s, and RE251. Simple Tankers with 2 140s, an STB, 2 T22s, a TVP, and an RE251. Again, going with a slight brawling setup. Or I shouldn't say slight. They're going with a brawling setup. The only difference between these two teams is essentially TVP for an E5. One's on offense, one's not. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
The E5's a pretty good defensive tank. I like the usage of at least one of them on this map. Unless you're going to play incredibly well with mediums.
But now, the E5 here on steps on defense, what is going to be his job? Where are you going to put him?
He's going to be northeast.
Okay.
He's
Just
just
going to
camp.
go for that reset.
Trying not to get too far left behind by his team. That's pretty much how it works. E5 going to do those E5 things.
E5 does what
On the
E5
steps
do.
map. Andy Pans on Pons. Whatever you call him. I think they said his name is Andy Pans.
Andy Pans. Yeah.
It's a lot less fun to say.
Yeah. Maybe he'll change his name to like Taco.
Yeah.
We can hope. We can dream.
Keep the dream alive, boys. And ladies.
And grills.
Simple Tankers. Not really sure what they're doing at the moment, to be honest. Perhaps looking for some shots. Nobody's spotting anybody. And everybody is relatively hidden. I think Simple Tankers perhaps baiting out some sort of push in the south.
Yep.
And if somebody goes there, they're absolutely going to die.
J Smooth starting to put that cap pressure on, so maybe looking for that bait. Maybe the Yo's going to try to send some guys to rotate around. Full Cross, though, is spotted out, so obviously he knows
Ah,
something is going on.
I think you are correct, sir. try and cause some sort of adjustment, people popping up. Actually, oh, okay. So if they do try and fire in from the side, everybody on Simple Tankers is lined up to fire into that area, and they will be spotted by Commander J, who's close enough to see. Kind of a trick going on here. I don't know if it's going to work, though. Unknown One capping off the end of this line to make sure they can't get surrounded. Although one tank is usually not enough to pull that off if people go hard enough for it.
Just ignore him.
Now Simple Tankers beginning to gear up to make their own push into the south. Doesn't look like Yo has any real concern about that northern cap. In fact, they even have Bobby sitting back around the B0 area in the event that Simple Tankers do want to push on them in the east.
Wow.
So Yo is not
They're
buying
prepared.
this at all so far. And they have no real concern that they're going to be able to reset that RU-251, and they just did.
They just did.
So that's that. Fulcrus seeing the entirety of Simple Tankers coming, and Yo primed to take this one home. It's going to come down to one big brawl, and we'll see who plays the best.
All right, Fulcrus taking some damage to start this one off. 597 going to the 140, but it looks like he will be able to make it back to his team indeed, as Simple Tankers are going to start to have maybe hit the brakes, maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon. 781 going into him. And now Bobby from that nice position there and starting to fire down onto Flack, who was getting beautifully focused fire here, that T-22. 597 going into him, and Commander J going hard, picks up Fulcrus, and the battle has begun. Executive taking over 1,000, now 140. Andy Pans looks like he'll be going down as well. Lost takes Flack in that T-22, so a 1-for-1 exchange for both these teams, but Publisher finds Andy Pans now. 2 tanks down for the side of Yo. Let's see how Simple Tankers is playing on to continue this as Ajax finds Executus on no one. Not in a good position to be right now. Tasty Pastry and Lost just to turn their turrets, and they will take him down. No one, though, finds Tasty Pastry. Maybe it's a great position to be in here for that 140. Getting tracked now, taking a shot in the Lost, bouncing that one off, and Chai Sniper is the one being surrounded by Simple Tankers. 431 going into that E5. One more shot, and he will be going down. Pub Whisperer might have it. Let's see if he gets out in time for Lost. Finds no one there. Pub shot not connecting. That might be huge for Yo here. Bobby should be able to finish him up, but Lost takes Pub down before he can. But again, you can see those 3 shots there going to that one tank. Again, the beautiful focus fire coming out for Yo, who is now up 4 tanks to 3 against Simple Tankers. J Smooth has to take down Chai Sniper here before he goes down, and he does not do it. Oh, that would have been a huge pickup. Commander J does find Lost. It is now a 3v2. Chai Sniper is 1 more shot away from going down that E5. But
Commander J caught in the open, but there's a lot of tanks that can do a lot of damage to him. He will go down very soon here, and Copy Thief in a 1-shot TVP is very likely going to have to hold all of this together. Ajax holding the keys to victory in the palms of his hand right now.
Wow, Commander
as Bobby
J!
goes down to Commander J.
What a shot, taking out one of the remaining full health tanks on the side of Yo, and now he's just sitting there trying to bait out Ajax. He's looking for Chai, he's looking for Ajax, going back and forth. He's doing damage to Ajax. Meanwhile, Coffee Thief coming on the side. He knows where Chai's at. He's going to be aggressive. Chai's ready and waiting for him, though. Let's see who's going to go down first. Coffee Thief picks up Chai Sniper. Now Commander J just has to stay alive here. He gets a shot, and he does. He bounces that one from Ajax. Coffee Thief now can come in with his 3 shots and possibly take down this T-22. This is going to be a close battle. Who is going to come out on top? Will it be Simple Tankers' rival? Will it be Yo? Ajax looks like he's going to forget about Commander J and go for Coffee Thief, who he knows is the bigger threat, but that might have cost him the game as Commander J has just 1 more shot. It's not enough. Who's going to be reloaded in time? Will it be Ajax? Will it be Commander J? It's Commander J, rival, picking up a victory there, tying it up 1-1. What a close battle.
Ammo rack damage.
Was that just, yeah,
Ammo rack
reload
damage.
time.
That, yep.
Woo! My heart is pumping. What a battle. What a battle. Indeed, I just kind of want to get into stats as quick as possible because there's going to be a lot of numbers here for that one. Fantastic turnaround for rival. Going into what seemed like an already waiting trap from Yo and turning around on him.
Check him out.
Check him out.
Said, let's check him out. Alrighty. Commander J, 4.4. Top damage and last alive yet again.
Well done.
Over here, 4.4 in his T-22. Pub Whisperer with 1.8, 1.6 for Executus, and so on and so forth. Most of them breaking 1,000, actually. Flack just barely not getting it. Ajax, however, 30, 29, and 3 kills in his T-22.
Wow.
2.9 for Chai Sniper, 2.8 for Bobby in the RU-251.
Jeez.
STB, 2.4 and 3 kills. Just a crazy game. Fulcrus If it weren't for that scout run that he had where he got kind of caught out, that would have been a very different game.
Huh. Just that, I mean, obviously, coming down to where there's a sliver of health on the side of Commander J. Man, one shot anywhere could have changed that. On either side, either still the win for Simple Tankers rival or a victory for Yo. Very close battle indeed. Simple Tankers, again, just doing things that we're not really seeing on Steps, which is good. I mean, obviously, they're trying to find a new way to approach this map. When they're on defense, they're going aggressive. When they're on offense, they're not going for the Northern Cap. We kind of talked about how the Northern Cap is, I mean, your opinion is just it's just not a good cap to go for. So they're trying to work with that here. We'll see kind of who kind of comes out on top here as Yo, sorry, did get an aggressive win. Or offensive win, not aggressive.
Both.
It's aggressive and offensive.
So yeah, the one cap, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's doable, but not necessarily in the way that we see a lot of the time. And I die on the inside, just a tiny piece every time I see a long-standing cap pressure that just pins your hopes and dreams on shield blocking. I don't care what map it is. It kills me very slowly.
Kills him, guys. It
or
kills
in
him.
some cases, very rapidly.
just don't do it. Don't kill the man.
No, it's a hard map to play. It's a hard map to play. I totally understand why all these things are happening. Just fight in the East.
All right, now it is all tied up 1-1. We're switching sides again. Let's get right back into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
It's just a difficult map to talk about. There's so many details, so many things. And that is what you always get me with. Put me in this position to defend my stances on this. And I don't have enough time.
It's
I have
fine.
to make like a 20-minute video to break down the map.
Let's
why
do
I
it.
think these things.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Not that. Yo, 2 140s, 2 T22s, 2 62As, and an RU-251. Simple Tankers with an E5, 2 140s, an STV, 2 T22s, and an RU-251.
That was the best answer. Simple Tankers here going for a boost. Going to put J Smooth there up on top of the hill. See if he can get up. Looks like it's just easy peasy lemon squeezy for them here. rivaL having no problem getting that RU-251 there. And a good boost to position. Pub Whisper, the only one kind of looking out. The rest of Yo going for the Northern Cap. All right, they're going to do it. David, they're going to kill you.
No, not necessarily. There's still plenty of options here, although it does look like Simple Tankers are going to push hard over the rail. And that may work, considering there's nothing there. Again, typically not something I'm a huge fan of.
All right. Well, Commander J leading that charge, followed by Flak, Executus, and Coffee Thief. As you guys see on your screen, they're going to start going very hard over the railroad tracks.
Oh, that's got to be eerie.
No one's spotted.
We're not
No one's
spotted.
spotted at all.
Yet, guys.
There we go. There we go. That's probably got to bring some comfort
Poor
to them.
Lost.
Lost.
That's right about the worst place to be in ever.
Oh, no. Can't really turn around in time. Let's see if he can actually make it up the side. One shot, 357, 76. No, not going to make it to the safe side of the railroad tracks in time. And Commander J picking up that one. And that is going to be a tank down now already for Yo. And we'll see what Yo does in response to this. Obviously, they know where a lot of the members of Simple Tankers are. Is this just come to the time where, obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, if, I'll ask a question, if Yo were to decide to turn around and start heading to the south, again, obviously knowing that they don't have a lot of here, you know, Simple Tankers have a lot of tanks up here, would Simple Tankers just pop to the side and just shoot them in the back the whole way? Is that why they're not doing that and staying?
I would say they're just trying to capture what they or kill what they've already got somewhat bottled into one place. They think they can do it.
Oh, okay.
And that is currently a two-way street. A lot of shots are bouncing. A lot of shots just not landing. But now Yo decides they do not want to be here anymore. And they're going to try and rotate away. However, they do have the ability to take the ridge, the C through E ridge. And if they take that, and they do it the right way, it's game over.
Really?
Lock somebody into the top. They do not stand a chance, even if they're a tank down.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see if Yo can do it. There is still hope here. As Andy Pan's just barely dodging a shot on that T22 medium. He is spotted out there, but not for long. Pub Whisper, as well as no one going to light him up.
Now it's not winnable.
Okay.
not from those angles. They'd have to go Simple Tankers and do a number of gigantic mistakes in order to come back from that. Simple Tankers will just withdraw, wait, make Yo play forward someplace, and it's pretty much only a matter of time until it goes down. This is not a map that you can win with missing tanks.
Okay.
The forced engagement zones, the places that you have to drive all the way there, and then once you're there, it's just sort of like the Thunderdome. Everybody's in one spot.
You need your tanks.
You need your tanks. You can't win. Just get that gun differential, and it's over.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Shy Sniper and Taste Pastry, as well as the rest of the members of Yo who are in the north now going to the south. And while we still have that T-22 driven by Ajax, still spotted, still lit up there by the E5, driven by a known one from Simple Tankers. Bobby, the RE251, very aggressive here now over to the east. Well, like you said, David, just not good positions to be in for Yo. Being 2 tanks down on a map where you need a lot of your tanks. Let's see kind of what they're going to try to attempt to do. Ajax taking the shot there. Just missing over. They have spotted out Flak and Pub Whisperer. Volkros still pretty far out of the battle, taking the long way around to the south. Chai Sniper and Tasty Pastry driving up. When it gets these, it gets to these times, I kind of think like both these teams, Simple Tankers sitting there like, okay, guys, yeah, we should win this. Yo sitting there like, all right, guys, this is going to be tough to win. And just think of what goes through just a team's mind in these situations.
Pretty much rip, I guess is the best way to put it. They're like, well, 2 tanks down, now 3. Rip, boys. I don't know, let's just do the best we can. And Chai, yeah, see, Chai understands.
The guy,
Chai is just getting it over with at this point because it is unwinnable. Although there's a certain amount of damage that probably could have been done there. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, they don't have to worry about the draw situation. They've already won one on offense.
Oh, good call. Volkros getting surrounded now. Simple Tankers leaving just Ajax to be alive here, and no one finishing off that 140. Commander J coming in to clean up Ajax. A T-22 versus a T-22. Obviously, he does have some help here. 324 going to the back. See, again, a perfect example, David, is what you said. When you want to shoot a tank, shoot him from behind.
It's been the first time Commander J dies in Season 2.
Oh,
If
yeah.
Ajax
unless
can
his
get
team can come stop it. J Smooth with the power play, gonna try to cut him off. Commander J's actually just staying there. He's like, here, come kill me, come kill me.
Oh!
Ajax with the ram, the
J
taunt.
has fallen.
The J.
My, how the tables have turned. Everyone else is alive and J is dead.
Uh-oh, it's anyone's game at this point. Oh wait, no, never mind. rivaL just picked up their second victory now against Yo here on steps. So it is now just up to Yo to hold one more defense to tie it up, or rivaL again to go for an aggressive. Something in stats.
I was just curious if Jay got top damage again, which would be super ironic. If he either got top or bottom.
Ah, the back and
The
forth.
back and forth.
Okay, that'd be pretty funny.
Let's check out the stats.
Did he do it? Oh.
No, he didn't. I already saw.
Oh.
Sorry. Spoilers. 2.7k out of Flak in his T-22. Pub Whisperer with 2.6. Commander J, though he did block 1,300 damage with 2045.
Not bad.
Executus with 1808. So on, so forth. Ajax, the only one even breaking 1,000, took it all the way up to 2.2 and 2k blocked
Wow.
out of his T-22.
Fantastic job for him. Just not quite enough there. Again, losing the tank early on in the beginning, a very aggressive push. Talk to me a little bit about that ridge strategy you were saying. Like, if Yo were to find this ridge and Simple Tankers is locked up in the north, then it's over, even if you're a tank down.
Yeah, I'll draw it when we get back in the game.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no other real way of just verbally describing it.
Sure. For those non-visual people.
Sure, but it just can be confusing.
Yeah.
That's why I can't talk about this map a lot of times, because there's so many little things. It's like, well, you have to know where that divot is in
I can
whatever
picture
grid
that.
tile.
Yeah. Like, watch. Give me one right now. Go. E4. Dude, done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to go into the next battle. Simple Tankers is up 2-1 against Yo. Can Yo tie it up? Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks. Is there a divot? Is there a divot in E4?
Well, there's always an E4.
Hey, I'm right.
It's just in the middle of the map. Yo with an E5, 2 140s, an STB, 2 T22s, an RU251. Simple Tankers with an IS7, 2 140s, an STB, 2 T22s, and RU251 of their own. So,
Map time.
how about this ridge?
Okay.
More accurately, along those lines. Basically, if you take this whole thing and they're up here, you can get containment around this side. This you don't really need to worry about. If they drive through here, they're going to die. And then you just get shots all in and around there. If they want to hull down on this little bridge, you get shots in from here. You just got to be able to cut and run in the event that anybody comes at you. Well, those arrows there at the end are not accurate in which ways you want to run to, but you get the general idea.
Heading away.
You've got hull down positioning in good places where you can peek and poke all over that ridge and fire at people, and they don't.
Sure.
And they're locked out of the 2-cap. So you can pin them there, make them come through you, and put somebody on cap. That's the whole...
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, because there were still some members of rivaL over on the eastern side.
Yeah, you just got to make sure to hit them hard enough to take out enough people.
Gotcha.
And if they want to push on you in the western side while you're doing that, You pull those people back and you get them as far east as possible so that you can block them from coming back to the 2 cap.
So how much of that is, how basically quick of a reaction time does Yo need to have, or a team, I should say, need to have in that situation? You see some Tankers pushing over, you're a tank down. Is that one of those things you just got to know, like, guys, ridge, and you just go for it?
Pretty much.
Wow. No
Ridge or east.
No pressure at all.
Right. So many of them that are northwest go east. That's good enough as
Draw
well.
them back out.
Honestly, in the current meta, or the current format, that's probably a better option. You
East.
just swing hard east. That way you're not exposing people as much. It'd take a while to kind of nitpick it and figure out what is technically the best. Simple Tankers trying to reverse what happened to Yo last time by piling everybody into the northwest and making sure they can escort their tanks directly to where they're going. Oh, they are getting
Going
ready
for the
to set up a boost, and Yo is actually just fired there. So perhaps that's going to keep happening? Or that was their test? Well, one shot out, lost. More potentially coming in here any second now. Coffee Thief starting to get boosted in a position where if they do take those blind fire, it will land in that area, but it appears that rivaL has waited just long enough to where Yo is no longer that interested. Oh, there's one shot in. Did not penetrate anybody.
Is there any way of knowing?
Coffee Thief is almost boosted.
Is there any way of knowing if you are Yo taking a shot there, having no information that you hit a tank?
If the tracer disappears. But at that distance...
I was going to say, yeah.
At that distance, that's not super reliable.
Okay.
No, not really.
Is
the better
getting boosted.
direct answer. Now somebody's boosted, which is usually a precursor to cap pressure, which I'm not necessarily directly opposed to, as long as there's a twist in it, a trick, so where people come back for that cap pressure, they take a lot of damage. Just typically what this pedestal position is all about. 140 can start hammering any tanks that pop up there. Although a lot of rivaL repositioning here on the ridge themselves. They could be looking to take the angle along the CD ridge directly into the east and create an engagement there. If they were to do that, actually, if they were just to bias themselves on the north side of that ridge entirely and take everybody they've got, they could drive over there and isolate the STB at E5 before Yo even understood what was going on.
Really? Oh, Coffee Thief already getting a shot out there off onto Fulcros. Nothing connecting. He bounced both of those in that E5. And the cap pressure has begun for Simple Tankers rival Jace Mook. Pulling that one there in that RU-251. Lost taking a shot from the top of the hill. Coffee Thief doing a great job with that. Oh, Fulcros getting tracked. And now, look at this. I mean, Coffee Thief not spotted. Fulcros kind of knows where they're coming from. Shoots up, but there's just no... Man, what a tricky situation to be into. Right behind him.
Oh, no, just to the left. I was wondering if it actually crossed underneath a portion of the turret at one point.
Oh, that would be insane.
It did not.
Talk about unlucky. 63 seconds on the clock. Just a little over a minute for Yo to figure out what they got to do here to stop rivaL in their tracks. 3 minutes and 45 seconds overall. So we're getting to that uncomfortable position. I usually, when we pass that halfway mark of when there's cap pressure, which is, all right, well, you've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. If Yo just pops up and gets some resets and doesn't commit too hard, they just start burning time. And now you have to go chase them, and now time's against you. Simple Tankers is going to stop that and putting another member. They're going to go for that cap fast, dropping it down to 8 seconds. I mean, this is what we've seen last season as well. rivaL going for this one pretty hard. 3 members there, Pub Whisper, Flak, and Jay Smooth. Bobby doing a great job spotting them all up. Pub Whisper doing a good job being a shield. 999 going to him. Flak taking some as well. Bobby repositioning. Jay Smooth got hit. I believe that was from Fulcros. That was where all of the points were. No one taking down Bobby in the RU-251. So he did do his sacrifice play, but it was definitely worth it as they have now scared rivaL off the cap. Pub Whisper took a lot of damage for that, and now it's all kind of for naught. And Yo is just going to start pushing in very aggressively. They feel like they have a slight advantage there, and they're going to try to capitalize on it, pushing up onto the ridge. We were just talking about the ridge. We're about to see it right now, ladies and gentlemen. Tasty Pacer taking 360 there, still on top of the hill. Coffee Thief in that 140 doing work to a lot of the members of Yo here. Lost, dropping just about above half health in that STB1. And I mean, Data Fire Yo, I'd be kind of worried. I would start getting a tank out of there just in case this doesn't go well.
Not a bad idea at all. They've already lost one tank. They don't want to lose that head-to-head, and they are starting to get in dangerous territories. A lot of them are in that position. Fulcrus is the only thing that's keeping this together on the outside. Everybody else is just trying to shoot in, grab Black in the middle, but they are getting concave. Focus fired. Pub Whisperer going down to Tasty Pastry. He's going to start opening things up. Executive's trying to go in for Lost, who does go down. Ajax now on the chopping block as he steps directly in the middle of a lot of people as they try and pick up Flak. Ajax and Andy Pants trying to get shots on Executives. Tasty Pastry goes down, and the rest of Simple Tankers trying to pour through and tries to find some angles here on Fulcrus.
Looks like there might be Simple Tankers might be able to turn this one around right now. Unknown one is low. Fulcrus coming in to try to take down. Commander J finds Ajax, picks him up there in that T-22. Unknown one going down to Andy Pants. Fulcrus came and joined the fight. Still, Coffee Thief on top of the hill does have shots onto these tanks. Maybe now less so as they've dropped down behind the ridge, leaving it just up to Commander J and Jace with Coffee Thief coming off the hill. I think it is a wise choice indeed as time is against them. 1 minute and 23 seconds is all they have to take down this T-22 and this E5. 3:37 there going into Fulcrus. Andy Pants is just on the run. Probably telling them to get out of there, be safe, try to let the clock count down. But Simple Tankers knows this, and they are on the chase here. J-Smooth come around the side, takes a shot there from Fulcrus, but it looks like he's going to get around the back. Pops one into him for 268. Coffee Thief gonna finish him off, and now they have 60 seconds to take down Andy Pants, who was on the run in a T-22. David, with the angles that they're going, can he make it out?
I mean, he could, theoretically, but he won't.
Okay, all right.
I mean, anything's possible. It's a T-22. It can bounce all sorts of shots. But the vectors they're taking, Commander J is shorting it just a tad. Going a little bit more west would probably be best. But it's not that big of a deal here, as there's plenty of people chasing him down. And Coffee Thief is very likely going to get... Oh, that bounce.
Ooh.
But here we go. Commander J. Go.
Oh!
Right in position. And that's all she wrote.
And Coffee Thief finishing that one out. Rival now picking up their 3rd victory against Yo here, finishing out steps for the night. Seeing what we're going to be going on into the next one. One thing that just kind of confused me about what Yo was doing, it seemed like they knew where... They knew Coffee Thief was up there, but they knew someone was up on top of that ridge in the boosted area. They were taking shots up there. Yep. Then they got the reset that they looked for, and instead of staying back, they just pushed into the ridge and then getting closer to that tank who's on top of the hill to take shots down on them. It just seemed like that was not the right play for them to make, and I don't know what made them think that they could do that.
I don't know either.
Oh, okay.
It was a mistake.
Okay,
Plain and simple. They took superior position and clock management and everything, threw it away, drove directly into a concave position, which, you know, multiple people, the more curved their angles are, the more all of them can fire from a number of angles that you can't hide from, right? If everybody's in one line, you just got to hide from that line. But if they're concave around something, so they drove directly into that. Exactly what rival wanted them to do.
Yeah.
Let's
Nice
check
bait.
out the numbers.
Nice bait from Rival.
For now. Andy Pants, 2740. Fulcrus, 2.7. And some nice resets. Ayo, 3.8 thousand damage blocked.
E5.
That's the winner of the night.
That's it. That is it.
And, well, so far. And then over here, Commander J, 3.666 out of his T-22. I gotta just let that speak for itself. Coffee Thief, 3.3 thousand. And Executus, 2.6.
All right, now we're going to get ready to go into Prohorovka. So that's going to be our second map of the night for our 4th and final match. Playstyle-wise, I feel like we've seen Yo on this map a few times.
We've seen the Rival more.
We've seen Rival for sure more.
And yeah, well, I'd definitely give it to Rival overall.
All right. So they're so far ahead. They are so far kind of in the lead 3-1, and also we've seen them play on this map more. So let us know, guys, do you think Rival will continue their victory, or can Yo come back and take the lead from them? Let's get right into our next battle and take a look at what we've got for tanks.
Yo with 2 Object 260s, 2 140s, 2 T-22s, and an RU-251. Simple Tankers with 2 I-7s, a 140, and STB, 2 T-22s, and an RU-251. I really want to know why they're using the 260s. I really do. Let's scope out that tank while we're at it. As far as I'm concerned...
Looks pretty tight.
I mean, there's that.
That's
but
why they're using it.
that doesn't win you battles.
What?
I mean, if it's
swag points?
If it did, I think Googly Bobbers would be winning the league right now.
Am I
you know what I'm
right?
saying?
Am I right?
So for Yo, The 260, as far as I'm concerned, is just like a really terrible IS-7. I don't really know why it's used.
Huh.
I tried to play this thing. I don't know if there's a tank I hate more.
What?
The
Really?
260. Yeah, maybe I haven't had a good experience. Maybe I don't understand why they're using it. Perhaps it's got better depression than the 7 in this area, and this turret's still kind of trolling. Commander J just bounced it, so maybe it's not that bad. All I know is every game I've played it has been a catastrophe.
All right. We definitely have some no bias coming out here. No, full growth taking 6. 969 there in that T22. T22 obviously not bouncing a lot right there. There it is. The 260 Ajax taking 989. So much damage going out onto him. On no one though.
Going big.
Taking a lot of damage in the IS-7. The 260 is like, you think I'm a bad IS-7? Here, I'm going to take down an IS-7 there.
Happening.
Full crows, find the kills. Andy Pans though now is kind of caught out. He should be going down here any moment now. 307 going back in. Executus actually takes a shot over on the other side. Flack picks up Andy Pans. Full crows though finds Takumi. And now Simple Tankers is only down to 5 tanks. Oh, and a lot of damage going on to Commander J there. 695. Tasty Pastry finds Executus. That's another tank down. Yo, bringing it to Simple Tankers right now. On to Pro Rovka. Pub Whisperer will be going down any minute now. Flack coming to join the fight, possibly a little too late here. Full Crows takes on Pub. Commander J finds Full Crows. Bobby with the 6th side there in the RE251. Lost takes down Commander J, and it is just Flack and J Smooth alive for Simple Tankers. Let's see what they can do. Not much. Flack 794 getting focused down there. Tasty Pastry finishes him off, leaving just J Smooth alive, and it looks like Yo is going to pick up their first victory here on Pro Rovka for our second map on our 4th and final match of the night. Bring it now 3-2, still in favor of rivaL. That was quick.
Yeah.
That was a quick battle.
Oh.
Did you see the 260s doing anything
Well, no.
that like blew your mind, or?
Oh, not at all. Well, let's go take a look at the stats. I mean,
Begr-
one of them did 2.5.
Begrudgingly say.
He didn't block much, if at all, though. I don't, like I said, they probably have a specific use,
Sure.
but as an all-around tank for a pub tank, I can't even imagine
Can't stand it.
why. 2.6 for the 140, 2.6 for the T22. That's Chai Sniper and Fulcrus. 3 kills for Fulcrus. 260, 2.5 for Ajax, 2.2 for Tasty Pastry.
Man, a lot of damage.
See, that's more like when I play my 260 right there. Sorry, Andy Pants, that's just kind of how it goes.
It's a good
I don't know.
learning point.
I may say I hate a tank at some point in time, or that I don't like it, or that it's rough to play or something, but that's just me. Everybody's got that
Yeah.
tank that they don't
Yeah.
like. I mean, some people will tell me they don't like the IS-7, and I tell them to get out.
Get
'Cause
out.
That's just absurd. 1.9 for the T22, driven by Commander J. 1.6 by Executus. 1.5 by Pub Whisperer. 1.4 by Flack.
All right, there. Did we catch the armor? Who bounced the most?
I think it's Fulcrus with 880. It wasn't a whole lot, but man, I've been waiting for that all season.
Just a quick
we
Pro
put Pro
Rovka.
Rovka back in the map pool, and I've been waiting
That's
for
what you
somebody
remember.
to just go up and over, and just
Do
unload
that.
on somebody.
So again, we've got
Yeah.
Cliff, Mines, and this version of Pro. Guys, just play that. This is going to be a crazy battle. But right now, we are into our next one. rivaL still up 3-2 against Yo. Let's get to it. Take a look at what we've got. 4 tanks.
As Lost would say, that I would say, depends. Yo, with 2 260s, 2 140s, 2 T22s, and RE251. Simple Tankers with 2 IS7s, a 140, an STB, 2 T22s, and an RE251.
I don't know if I can take advice from a man who can't be serenaded by another man.
That's what that was?
Yeah. Jason was serenading him. Right?
I'm going to leave this topic alone, because everything I say will get me in trouble at this point.
That is wisdom. That is wisdom.
Of a sort, I suppose. Simple Tankers going to go west. Now, the reason I was giving you the 50-50, the depends hand motion, was
Is that what that
because...
was?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly, you don't speak sign language. I'm pretty sure that means depends
This is to dance.
in whatever my personal version of sign language
This is
is.
squirrel.
Probably. They can't see you,
Oh yeah.
and I'm not looking. So
Okay, cool.
up and over again, Yo. This is where that's not
This is where it doesn't work out.
not as well, at least. However, they've gotten some protection. They do own even more of the map than they did before. Maybe it does work out. What I was going to say is this map can be played very quickly. It doesn't always mean you go up and over directly like that, but there are a lot of different things you can do in order to manage that, and speed is super important on this map, controlling the tempo and taking control of territory. J-Smooth, the only thing left in the east. Bobby can perhaps go pick him up if he's super concerned about it. J-Smooth's going to try and probably slide east onto the hill. He is now spotted. Bobby sees him. Bobby's going to have to go for him because he can't let that just stand.
Now it goes with RU251 versus an RU251. The first shot going to J-Smooth for 256. J-Smooth responds with 331. And the scout battle has begun. 261 going back to J-Smooth. 314 so far. J-Smooth is doing more damage, but Bobby has his shots off first. There we go. A shot missing from J-Smooth, and all of that positive damage is down the drain here. Bobby also having higher on the hill. Bobby taking though 299. J-Smooth up in HP, and now that it's reset, still anyone's battle here.
J-Smooth coming back from behind there using a tactic, firing the, basically the RU-251 is a very high penetration, high explosive round.
Okay.
So if you're in a head-to-head, you want to start off
Ooh, Ajax.
you want to start off,
Yeah.
that's not going to make a difference. But you want to start off with an AP round, a heat round, something like that. But if you get behind, apparently firing HE is the best way to start making it back up. Yeah.
Shooting into an RU-251 from Jason's position, basically hitting the underbelly of it, is that also a much better...
I don't know if he had the underbelly
Oh.
or if he had the turret.
Oh, okay.
But you can see some pretty big detonations on the face of that tank as it was happening. And that's very clearly a high explosive round at that point.
All right here. Cap pressure being applied
Well,
from Yo.
This has an issue, which is starting to become a bigger issue right now, as Executives and Flak are going to come around up and over, but I do see what Yo is intending, and I like it.
Fulcro's taking a couple of those shots there from the 140 and the T22. Executives and Flak going to do it again, and they're going to find Fulcros this time. And now one tank down for each of the teams. Cap pressure is now being called off. Bobby leaving that, and Zakumi takes down Andy Pans. Meanwhile, in the valley, Simple Tankers taking it to Yo right now. Lost getting now surrounded. They're taking shots from all around. 993 going at him, and that T22 is going down. Shy Sniper is the next one on the chopping block. 1560 into him. One more. Let's see if Zek is actually going for the ram here. Will he get in time? No, he's just going to shoot it. And that is going to be Shy Sniper going down. Publisher finds Bobby, and Simple Tankers have turned this one around. They're now sandwiching Ajax between Pub and Flak. Commander J takes down Tasty Pastry, leaving just Ajax alive, who will have the shot. It's going to be no, both bounce. Oh, very unfortunate here, but that does not matter. They can come back from this one quite easily. Flak doing the final bit of damage there. That is going to be Simple Tankers now going up 4-2 against Yo. One more victory, and they will take it and close out the night. So what you're talking about being aggressive from what Yo did, this is where it doesn't work out as well.
Correct. You're on offense now. The defense can spread out one way or another. You'll push into maybe nothing. You have to lead scout it and then decide where to allocate your tanks. More realistically, you have to probably go either further west or further east, and not necessarily in that pocket they were in, without a lot of work on timing, lineups, and stuff to make sure that they're okay.
Okay.
That it is okay to do that. Usually there's also a standoff position or two to make sure if that goes wrong that you can do damage to people who would probably try and drop in behind you, maybe if you're leaving a slower tank behind. It's a lot of different ways to really talk about it. But let us at least put the numbers on the screen while we do.
There you go.
Executives 2.4, Flak 2.1, Pub Whisper 2.1. Ooh, Flak even bounced 1.7.
Wow.
Commander J 1.8, Unknown 1.7,
Wow.
1.5 for Zakumi.
How much he bounced?
Oh, 30, 40 out of Unknown One's IS-7. I told you the IS-7's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
And people shoot it, you bounce all day. I love that tank. 1.2 out of J-Smooth in the RU-251. That was quite a lot. Ajax with 1.7. Tasty Pastry was 1.6. Ajax bounced 2,000 in the Object 260. How? That's what I ask. How?
How indeed.
How indeed. Simple Tankers, probably overplayed the position they were going in. Going all the way up and over into that bowl, I guess is what I always call it, the
A little
trench.
too much.
With nobody there? Yeah, sure. They were definitely trying to isolate the eastern side. The problem is too many tanks there leaves the southern half exposed, and then you have a problem.
Right.
Strategy has some merit if you work on it a little bit. But I like the intent. I like what they're trying to do, setting the tempo and forcing Simple Tankers to be certain places. And they can also know that Simple Tankers couldn't have possibly taken the west side at that point completely.
Okay, yeah,
Just
sure.
due to timing.
Sure.
Things like that. So then what do you do with it? Well, we could probably rotate somebody back, take the southwest. You could do it late if you need
And
to.
that's particularly the finesse and the
all that kind
refining.
of stuff.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, the Simple Tankers one more battle away from taking it for the night. Can they do it, or can Yo stay in this one? Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
Yo, with two 260s, two 140s, two T22s, and RE251, Simple Tankers, two I7s, a 140, and STB, two T22s, and RE251. Curious to see where Simple Tankers go to try and get away
From that.
from that, because it's going to be Bobby that decides where the rest of these guys go. His scouting route is not going to see Simple Tankers very clearly. He's just making sure the west is clear, is what it looks like. He's not even spotted, so it's relatively safe to say that is. Probably needs to go a little bit deeper to verify, but now Yo knows they own the entire west side of the map, and they just have to bottle up Simple Tankers. See, if they were taking this super quickly, they could even pour up and over the middle right now and isolate those two IS-7s. Use all those buildings to guarantee that nobody could fire back on them and just hammer those IS-7s. The difference between them doing what they just did and what they're doing now is a scouting route. That's it.
Really?
They would have seen it, known beyond a shadow of a doubt where to go.
Huh.
So that's another lineup thing. You look at the IS-7s, they're slow. Where are they going to go? They either have to go into one of our two kill zones or west.
Okay, again, looking, man, this is again what I love about this. How much thought goes into this? Like, okay, this is what our plan is. But when we go into it, we see a different lineup. This is now our more information that we have without even the battle beginning. Oh, but the battle is beginning up over on the north. Fulcros takes some damage. Their Coffee Thief being surrounded by 4 members of Yo. It looks like he's not going to live from this one, but Pub Whisperer takes down Fulcros, and that is the first tank now falling for Yo. Coffee Thief is still alive. There he goes down to Chai Sniper, who takes some damage in that 140 while lost over 1,000 points of HP down in that T22 medium. Executives takes down Tasty Pastry. Pub Whisperer getting punished for it. It seems like very even trades back and forth. When you look at the HP, it tells a different story. Simple Tankers is up almost 2,000 points above Yo. And as Andy Pans and Ajax get lower and lower, that continues to go through. Pub Whisperer taking down Lost here. Flak might be going down that RE251, but Chai should be falling any moment now here. Flak taking him out, actually, himself. And Andy Pans finds Pub Whisperer. Commander J doing a great job taking those shots there into Andy Pans in that 260 here. Bobby doing his best in the RE251, but there is just 3 tanks that remain for the side of Yo against 5 for rival Simple Tankers. As Executives takes down Andy Pans, this looks like it's going to be it. This looks like it's going to be Rival's 5th and final victory of the night, ending it out here onto Pro. Ajax going down to Commander J. Bobby is the last one alive. There's nothing that guy can do. Simple Tankers / Rivals 5th victory. Congratulations to them for picking that one up. So in that situation, Yo had complete control over the West. You talked about the isolation that they just needed to do onto Simple Tankers there. They were very aggressive in sending 4 members over the top of the North. Was that the position to go for that isolation? Is that what you need to do to isolate them more? Or is there, do you want to spread out and take a longer time?
There's no easy answer for that.
Okay.
I guess the best way to put it.
Sure. We're not going to see the map again, so.
Right. I would have to draw. But next time we see Pro,
We'll talk
we'll
about
have to
that.
bring it up.
All right. Stats?
Let's do it.
Stats.
Executives with 2.8, Unknown One 2.4, Zakumi 2.2, Commander J 1.9, Pub Whisperer 1.5, for Andy Pants, and Yo 2.2 for 260, 1.3 for Ajax, and 1.1 for Tasty Pastry. Nobody else breaking 1,000. Everybody breaking a grand.
Wow.
For rival there.
Well spread indeed from them. Congratulations to that victory. Now, guys, if you guys missed anything, let's do a quick recap of what happened tonight. Up first, SIP beating Ping 5-1, followed by High Voltage beating 07 5-4. Third, we had Color Wanted beating Googly 5-2. And finally, what you guys just saw there, Rival beating Yo 5-2. David, out of the 4 matches tonight, which was the most fun to see? And
it's either the High Voltage versus 07 match or Aggressors Murovanka match that was one of the best gameplays I've seen all season.
Fantastic job coming out of him in that bat chat. High Voltage 07 was amazing for me. I mean, the 4-0s on the cliff, the 4-0s coming out from High Voltage, and then getting that 5th victory in a row. An amazing battle, but a fantastic play for all the teams. Tonight, guys, reminding you guys to check us out on Facebook and YouTube /WGLNA. Thank you for watching this on BattleViewer.com. For all of you that did, how awesome was that? Let everyone know how great it is. And finally, follow us on Twitter @WGLNA so you guys can stay up to date on what's happening in the community around you. The question of the day, and again, the kind of theme was armor. So far, the T-22 proven to be the one that bounces most often, but the winner of the most bounced was in the E5. And that was 3,800 points of damage there. But that is, we still have one more night to go. And ladies and gentlemen, that night is going to happen on Thursday, January 21st. First is Eclipse versus Caller Wanted, followed by DingNA versus Aquatic. Third, Googly Bobbers versus High Voltage. And finally, close out the night, Noble versus 07. A very exciting bunch of games. So guys, tune in again Thursday, January 21st. For those fantastic matches. On behalf of everyone here at the WGLNA, that has been David Williams. I am Christian Toma, and as always, thanks for stopping by.